Okay, everyone, Babylon here. Today's mission is episode 29, uh, Lifeline. Lifeline is where you got to go up and build one of those little shelter deals. Put some stuff in there for them, beds and stuff like that. This was supposed to be for like medical, so I took a lot of stuff up there with me, uh, base building materials, workbenches and stuff like that to make it go easier. Although I wasn't prepared for I think what was it, a bio oven biofuel oven. So here you can see here, I wind up making chocolate pies and stuff like that. Uh, savories, or savories. I forget what they call that. But big breakfast, meat pies and stuff. But at the end of the day, it gives off quite a bit of health, stamina, XP, and stuff like that. So that's what I decided to go ahead and take up there with me. Uh, Now I really didn't need the XP part of it, but hey, it is what it is. I wish I would have been able to do this sooner, but unfortunately, I didn't play the game the way it probably should have played it in the beginning, where I would already had the chickens and bulls and stuff. But which we did get one bull, one cow, one rooster, one chicken. I did breed the first set, and all I kept getting was roosters, and now I had the chicken bodies, the full chicken, meat to actually cook into a meal or something, which I've never done before again. But a lot of this stuff I'm doing is first time. Uh, first time I actually played the game serious. I should have done this a long time ago. Especially with the XP stuff, because man, if you could have done that earlier, I would have had all this stuff unlocked already a long time ago. Well, except for the stuff in the missions, so I wasn't doing the missions. But unfortunately, I wasted a lot of time there. But I'm having fun doing the missions. But some of them are a little frustrating. But yeah, I'm actually actually re-enjoying the game all over again. Basically, from this, like I said, the one that a couple of videos ago, or I think it was last one, or the couple of videos, I wish I would have started with a new character. That way, it would have been a little bit more challenging pace to it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just that I shouldn't have farmed it the way I did and got sidetracked the way I did. I should have stayed more focused like I am now doing missions. Now I have moved everything over here, made some stables, a warehouse, a power room for batteries and generators. Uh, I'm still working on how to figure out how to do the fabrication room in the armory for weapons and pickaxes and armor. But and the main house right now, I got the smelters or the furnaces in there for smelting, and plus the masonry deal. I'm gonna probably wind up building a few more buildings around where you set up just like masonry to itself and stuff like that, and probably distribute boxes in each one to store materials in, and just use the warehouse to hold raw material and completed materials. Uh, Other than that side of that, I've got some big monsters going on. I did do that thumper deal to get obsidian, and didn't. I got so excited from that because that's the first time I ever fought the land shark. That's the first time I ever saw it, and I really did enjoy doing that. Except for the probably next time I probably won't use the woods to do it. Uh, they killed that thing fast. I mean, they were just vicious on it. But I do got uh, the trophy mount for it, but it's so huge. You have to put it outside, and it's only got 250 hit points. I didn't know if the storms will hurt it or not. And I got the teenage cave worm, got him set up inside, which I have to say that the way that looks, it looks pretty cool. But here we're going to take off on it and get up there and get started on making a mission. Here you're going to see how far it is away, and believe it or not, I made a really good time on that mower. That mower was really quick. Once I got myself to stop hunting everything on the way, but like I said, stuff like that, I get sidetracked on. If I could, I'd kill every damn thing going up there and gather all the meats and everything for it. But I have to stay focused on this and get this stuff done. But I eventually got up there though. Right now I'm just trying to decide which path to take. Go drop down south and come back up, or but I think it was better just to go straight across and across the Arctic zone and then go straight across up to where you got to be at. Uh, the thing about the Riverlands is it's a more vast than the forest is, but it also uh, is a lot harder to traverse. You got a lot more cliffs and stuff like that. Most of those cliffs you can't climb up. Uh, we did find a few there we were able to climb up, but weren't able to. But most of them we just couldn't do it. So you had to do a lot of running around. Now while I was up there, I went ahead and did a second mission, uh, but I didn't add it to this because this video took quite a long bit of time, the gathering and like I said, working on getting stuff built and stuff, and had to deal with with some bears up there. I mean, I don't know what it was about that spot, but that was bear territory. Period. There was a lot of them kept spawning in up there close to the base. But I eliminated all that stuff though. But like just to get this video shorter, without editing and everything, the video was roughly 3 hours and 15 minutes. Just for this section here, and then it was another 2 hours and 15 minutes for the second part. Well, actually, no, it was reversed. It was like 2 hours and 15 for this one, and then a little over 3 hours on the second one. That second one was a little frustrating, but we'll talk about that when that video comes out. But at the end of the day, I mean, I had fun doing it. It's just it was just a long ways to go up there. I had to do a lot of. I wasn't prepared for a lot of it, but I wind up getting it all done though at the end of the day. And here we are approaching the area where we need to be at for it. And I'm just getting all the stuff out here so that we can start building the base. Now I just build square bases when I do these things here. I don't try to be fancy with it. To me, it's because it's a waste of time. Because all I'm going to do it when this is all said and done, I'm going to tear it all down. I'm not going to leave it on the map. Now, my outposts, when I get ready to build my outposts, they'll be pretty much centralized in each area, so that way, no matter where you're at in that area, you can get to it. And it will have its own stuff in it. It's not going to be set up all the equipment like we do at the main base, but it will have like a machine bench or something like that if I have to build something. That way I don't have to worry about going back home or just trying to build everything all together just to get it all back even. And here at this point I should have went ahead and went a little bit wider or a little bit longer here, but you'll see that reason why here in a minute. I was really crowded for room. That's it. And here you go. And it seems like it was also something that he kept getting into fights left and right for a while there. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. I had to go get some resources and stuff to help finish it off. But at the end of the day, it got all done, complete, and good to go. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was fun. I could have done it without so many bears, but other than that, I mean, it worked out. Get back down here and get the base built, and you can see that list of stuff that we got to have. And it's a good thing I brought the workbenches with me because I did have to make a machine bench in order to make the biofuel stove. So my advice though is you just bring stone with you or something like that to build a base and have like the starter stuff for your machine benches and stuff like that. That way you can at least you can build up. You don't have to start from very scratch every time. Because I think by the time it is, I think one time I had 4 workbenches. I had to wind up crafting benches and had to get rid of them. And here we are with intruders in the building. But Yeah, it was almost like it was bulletproof, but I got to noticing that it was past him. Get everything killed off. But this is like, here's what pretty much what the mission was. I mean, it might as well have been say, hey, go up here and put up a building and just start killing everything, because it's all going to come at you anyway, you know. But I mean, it's a beautiful area if to build a main base. I think. You know, I've seen a couple places like that, but this one here was hand down. I think that was pretty cool with the waterfalls and everything like that. Now there's another one up in this area though that's got a humongous cave. I've built there before, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I burned myself out with all the farming, and I just wind up just doing away with it altogether, and then created. When I came back, I just created a new world, and I didn't go back up there. But yeah, I mean, I had so much resources on it. You can get enough resources, you can cause some serious flag going. I'm telling you, it was unreal. And I used that water wheel up there too. I had like 7 of them going. But those things are frustrating. You got to keep going out and cleaning them out. It would be cool if you had a deal like off to the side that fill up a basket on the side of it or something. You just go out there and pull the basket off, put another basket on, and go on. And it'd also be pretty cool if you had conveyors for all your deep ore drills and you just convey everything to one point. But hey, it is what it is. Still have fun though. And that's when I think that's the first time I ever used a cave thumper to replenish all the ores. And in that cave, that's a lot of ores in there. But that worm was kind of a badass though, that huge cave worm. And I did that too close to the base, and he did some damage to the base, but that was all right. But the hell, that was back when I first got the game too. That was several years. But that's usually what happens when I play with these games. I'll farm the hell out of it and wind up getting distracted, farm to the point I get burned out on it. Just like Rust, I mean, I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Finally, I just had to take a break from it. DayZ was the same way. Once you find now DayZ, that was a little bit different uh, on PvE because you can a lot of them got a bunch of NPCs you can play in. But and once again, once you do it for so long, and that's all you do all day, every day for a while, you just gotta get away from it. But Icarus here, I always come back to Icarus and play Icarus. There's a lot of games I used to have that I don't have anymore because I just can't stand to play them anymore. In fact, I think I'll put the list of games that I still like to play on the site there so people can see. And then when we're done with all this here, I'll let y'all choose which game we go to. But I'm still working on the streaming deal. I still got some delay in it, in the between chat and the gameplay and everything, and me and y'all, which doesn't do you any good when you're waiting a full 10, 15 seconds for a reply and stuff. I want it to be more uh, instant, not exactly instant, but I want to be be able to carry on a conversation with somebody a little bit easier that when there ain't a 15-second delay. And that doing that is almost like waiting for AI to think of what you just said on the phone before it starts responding to you. Now this video is going to be a little longer. It's 43 minutes, uh, but but at least it ain't the full length of it. I'm guaranteeing you that would have been boring because a lot of times I just sat there and waited for the night to go through instead of sleeping through the night because I was wanting all the resources to hurry up and get done. I come think about it now, that was pretty stupid because I could have just slept and it's been the same amount of time, it's just been daylight. I could have been keeping myself preoccupied doing stuff. But yeah, but it was pretty cool. But like I said, it gets a little crowded in here in a little bit, and I have to move things around and stuff like that. And like I said, I wind up having to make some stuff, had to go get some stuff, and I think it was in. No, it was the next video where I started making stuff for the another video. that I thought was going to be in this area. It turned out it wasn't in this area. But it's the video after this one. But here it is just, like I said, it's just putting things down that you need for crafting and all that. And I thought I brought a herbal bench with me, but I didn't. And I wound up making an extra bed. I only brought one bed with me. But you'll see in this one here, that's right, I forgot to reset the bed on a regular basis. So if I, well, it wouldn't be able to spawn here anyway if I picked it up. So it will spawn me randomly, I think. And here I'm just trying to save some room. But here we get to start knocking all that stuff out. And like I said, though, I have to wind up making a bench and a few other things. In fact, it was taking so long. I think what I did is I wound up making a rancher's bench, and then water trough and food trough for the mower, and then turn around and a bed too, yeah, and a bed. And of course, I didn't have everything. I had to go get some extras, so I had to go drop and do some mining. Uh, like I said, it was just time consuming altogether. And it seemed like every time I turned around, there was a new storm coming in all the time. I am using that obsidian pickaxe. And that is so cool because it'll actually smelt some of your ore and put it into your inventory. But unfortunately, you can see here that it doesn't have near the coverage as the titanium pickaxe does. I think it's only like 65. 65 radius, 65% radius or something like that. Funny thing is, I used this up and it broke. I went and made a stone pickaxe. And when it was all said and done, I get back to the base after doing those 2 quests. When I was emptying out my inventory and realized, damn it, I still had my titanium pickaxe on me the whole damn time. I couldn't believe I wasted my time with all that. When all I had to do was swap out pickaxes already. Yeah, I think at this point I realized I needed to get a furnace going, and wind up with a concrete furnace I needed anyway. And of course, I had to get some wood, some other supplies as well to finish making stuff. I really didn't want to pick up the wheat to find that log, but I think at that point that's when I finally just gave up on it. Yeah, with those 3 meals, that really keeps your health up there pretty high. You know, way better than just your raw meats. You got better stats and everything that goes with it too. You can definitely tell the difference in the, especially with the stamina. You know, until you went into a cave and you had some issues. Of course, you get that cave sickness, but I guess if I kept going in and out resetting, I probably wouldn't have got it. But I was focused on just getting my material that I needed. There, I'm looking at the machine bench, and ought to do that back home. Just make like, since I'm going to put a outpost in each area from the main base. I think what I need to do is just go ahead and make enough of the, I wouldn't say the high tier end of it, but the next level up that's close to it, like the machine bench instead of the fabricator. But just so you can have in those outposts. Now, if I would have had that outpost already built up here, these missions wouldn't be so bad. I could just go over to the base and get what I needed and make what I needed. But instead, I had to go from scratch and put up something. I could have just went in and just put up what needed to be done. I think that would have been a lot quicker. I think that's what I should have done actually. But you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. And here's where I had to go get some extra iron. I think that's what I was really looking for, iron, and had to go find a cave for that. Ran into some spiders and stuff, which is weird because I don't ever remember running into spiders in this game until I started playing it this time. So I guess they added them to all maps, I guess. Found around caves. Which isn't too good considering I have arachnophobia. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's just creepy. And that's why I went and got everything. Come back and loaded all the furnaces and everything up. Get all that stuff started. Now you would think that you could put meat in that furnace and it would cook it, but I guess it burns too hot. It would just evaporate it most likely. you lay down. Lay down. The vet said you gotta stay laying down. Yeah, like I said, it's a good thing I brought all that stuff up there with me. If not, it would have been would have taken a whole lot longer to get everything done. But the masonry bench, what I should have done was make go ahead and spend the time to make some stone walls and stone floors and stuff for the next mission, but I didn't. And y'all see that in the next video. I had to stop playing after that one for a little bit. It was so frustrating. I didn't even think about what I was doing. But this one here is just, like I said, time consuming. You know, getting the right resources and stuff, getting everything placed in position and stuff. And needing fiber. You always need fiber. Fiber, wood, and what's that other one? Tree sap. Tree sap. You always need that stuff. But it takes up so much room when you get enough. And I'm just making sure I got plenty of it for a while. And I think I did too. After I built the ranching station, I had to wind up getting a whole bunch more to make hay for the animals. What surprised me is every time I ran in and out that door, I never caught on fire. Not once. So I was kind of impressed myself there. I know that previous video was short, but I wish it wasn't that short. I was hoping I was going to get those two in one, 27 and 28 together. And then, of course, when I decided to put them together, I went back to get it, and that video was gone. I couldn't find it from anywhere. But if I do find it eventually, because I can tell it's still on my the gigabytes on my hard drive is still showing that something's still on my computer anyway. I just got to figure out where it went, and then once I get that figured out, then maybe be able to get that posted. Because Brittany wasn't really all that bad. I mean, it was cool, but not like this here though. But it wasn't near as bad as this here. It was a very quick video. But stuff like that always happens to me. I don't know why, but then again, I'm not no computer expert. That's for darn sure. Here I'm just getting everything set up for the mower to be up here instead of inside there. Damn thing. Trying to get all up in my house. What's wrong with him? I bet he won't get in the house now. I lied. He's in there now. He's in my pocket. Yeah, I thought with him going through the door, he probably would catch on fire, so I thought I better shut that off. Get him up there out of the way. At his point. Where do we put his point at? Huh. I think it was that. I think so, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if y'all have any ideas or any clues what y'all want to see, man, just let me know down in the comment section. If you have any questions or anything, I'll answer them for you. Just keep them decent, don't be disrespectful or nothing. I do know I have some friends who will probably ask me some pretty rude stuff, man. I think again that's very much reason why we're friends. But this here is just try to be respectful to everybody. And of course, there's I need all this other stuff. Make more nails. That was one of the things that was aggravating about it because I had to wind up making quite a few nails. And I thought I had brought enough. Whoever thought you'll need a couple hundred more. But I tell you one thing about that limestone in the base building. That did look pretty cool, I think. I think they did a good job with that. I just wish there was something I could put on the walls that would cover up all that wood stuff on the inside of it, like this what you see here on the stone walls on the inside. We got those boards that run around. You think they would have had a skin or something you can put over that? And apparently I have not found it yet. I don't know what, but it makes it hard to dress the room up. And it's like, I guess I'm finally have to go look up some pro base building videos or something. And it made him happy to get to eat. When this is all said and done on the water trough, I didn't think nothing of it. I couldn't figure out why his water wasn't going down. Hell, he was jumping down and going down and drinking out of the lake that we're right next to. So that could have saved me some materials, but I didn't catch that. But like I said, a lot of this is just waiting for stuff to get done and locating stuff to make all the stuff that we need. I think he even had to make a carpenter bench for the refined wood, but yeah, it was like every time I turned around, I needed to make another workbench. And then of course, I already knew the next one I was going to have to build a greenhouse, so I was also kind of prepping for that as well. But that'd be shown in that next video. But yeah, I could have sworn that was what we were going to do it up there on that section there, and that, or I guess in the Riverlands, you guess you want to call it. But turn around, it's all the way down in the forest. So, but we'll see all that soon enough. But I'm going to have to do a lot of hunting because I have to have a lot of animal fat for the cream to make butter and all that. So I'll probably be doing a lot of that this week. Always need wood. Look at that tree try to come back on top of me after it fell off one direction. Ain't that something? I wound up booby trapping myself. Oh, that's right. That's the machine bench. Yeah. Yeah, this is where I was looking for the bio stove. And I was going to have the carpentry bench because you need refined wood. Yeah, I tell you, I thought I was prepared, but at least I had like I said the workbenches to get things started and get things done. And here we made that carpentry bench, and I think had to make some refined wood, and then I think there was something else I had to have too in order to get the last piece of this all put together, so that way we can finish the mission. But like I said, you can see here how tight of a fit everything is. In the next video, you'll see us work on the concrete furnace and all that stuff for some stuff that had to be made. And man, I was shocked at that next video, but whew, it gave me hell the whole time. But yeah, so with that, the video's almost done. It is, like I said, I mean, it was awkward. I didn't have to really go out and farm too much, but at the end of the day, you had to get quite a bit still. Like I said, I went there prepared with some of the resources already and all that, but definitely was not enough. But at least I had that new food. It was helping out, keeping my health up, and all that stuff. So with that being said, look, man, I appreciate y'all watching. If you can't watch it all the way through, like I said, leave a comment, and if you want to see something, anything in particular, and like I said on my webpage, I do have it up now that shows it's the games I do play, that I do have that I will stick playing. There are some games that are not on there that I just flat out refuse to play anymore. But at the end of the day, just leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see, or if you have anything you want me to try to figure out in the game that can help you out or something. Just let me know. And remember to like, subscribe, and share it, man. And we'll see you on the next one. And peace out.
reckon this one's just about over. The ACS are paranoid, but when you tick